am going to do an unboxing because I'm pretty excited about this. I did have to buy this. This isn't something that was given to me or sponsored or anything like that. So if someone did want to sponsor me with their with my 30 some odd subscribers, that'd be cool. What this is a new chisel set. What I have been using has been this indexable Win chisel, and to be completely honest, I haven't had a lot of problems with it. What I don't like are the carbide tips. These tips seem extra brittle, and this one has about 3 little micro nicks in the blade itself. So it could very well be something I did. I'm not sure. But my birthday is Friday, so I decided it was this or a new chuck, and I decided to go with a chisel. So this is I don't know if you can see that right there. This is a wood turning system. It's a Rikon 70-100 4-piece chisel. There she be. They have a lot of really good prices, and some of the best prices on wood turning pieces that I've found so far. So looks like we just have a bunch of different languages here on what to do. The guy told me I need to make sure and clean these, so I'm going to do that. It comes with 3, they're called shafts, and then 3 carbide tips. But what's really cool about these is it's compatible with all these different shapes, which I was unaware of in carbide. So I'm gonna look into actually getting a couple of these, because some of these shapes would be really cool to be able to incorporate in some of the work that I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this part up, because he said it was very critical.
This entire system is basically covered in grease right now. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bunch of grease on it, so I need to clean that off before I do it. But I do appreciate that they cover everything in grease, because it makes sure that they are very easy to
I'm going to leave them that way. I was told that the inside of the handle also is full of grease. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and clean this up a little bit. The handle is already, I can tell, very comfortable. It does have grease on this part too. I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be there, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it all off. And the grease on these threads here I'm going to leave, because they're probably not fully necessary to be removed. I don't want grease coming in and out on the shaft as I lock this thing in. So that's what I'm going to do there. And it looks like there is a place on here, right here, for a side handle which I've seen those offered on the Rikon website. But not something, I'm not going anywhere near that hardcore, so. What I'm gonna do, put this in here, just like that. Tighten her up. And tell you right now, this thing weighs probably 8 or 9 times what my previous chisel weighed. Now I like that because I think when something is very heavy like this, as long as you're aware of that, this weight helps you to have control over your tool. A light tool is maneuverable, but a heavy tool is steady. So, and that's not just with wood turning. That's a lot of my experience in my working career is heavy mechanical, and that's very true in that world too. So right here, I'm gonna put this box away. So far, I am very satisfied. So I'm gonna speed all this up for you guys, and I'm gonna throw an acrylic blank on here, and we're gonna see how well she cuts. I have only used this one, and I think it cuts okay, but I've got no other reference point. So let's see what happens. So in this part of the video, you can see the threads that are coming off of this acrylic, and you can see how it's wrapping around the blank entirely. And the reason that's happening is because that blade is so nice on this new carbide tool that it's shaving so well that it's never breaking that thread off. I was really impressed. It's a little, for acrylic blanks, I find it kind of annoying that you have to clean that much off. But to see how it was just pulling these threads off that were so long before there was, that's a clear indication of a very smooth and clean cut on this. This tool was cutting like butter the whole time. I'm using this polishing segment here so that I can talk over and kind of explain a little bit about the tool. The grip is fantastic. It's got a heavy, dense kind of foam that you can put your hands into it, and just holding the weight is perfect. The balance is perfect. It's able to rest in my forearm, and honestly, I've never had that much control. Even though I'm only doing, a pin, something small, the control that I had with that tool was phenomenal. So if anyone is looking at buying one of these, I would highly recommend it. It's a little expensive, but absolutely worth it. I paid nearly $70 for the cheap one that I've been working with, and if I would have, put a little more into that, I probably wouldn't have had near as many tear outs and breaks and destruction of pins that I've had so far. I didn't realize so much of it was due to the tool and not necessarily the fact that I'm not that great at it. As for the tool, it is definitely the best I've ever used. If the rest of their turning equipment is as good as this little guy is, then I can't wait to get to a point where I can use those. it cut through this like butter. And the polishing and the sanding and everything that it took after that was probably not even a tenth of what it normally was taking me to get these polished up and shined like this. So I think I can thoroughly say that I am blown away at how well this works. So I'll put the pin together in here in just a little bit. I'm actually going to run this with a buffer so that I can get some of these swirl marks out of here. So you can't see them in the camera, but they're there. This pin is actually beautiful as well. So I am gonna say that this will probably be the chisel that I will be using. I can't imagine ever upgrading from this. With the variety of tips that it has and that it can hold and the extra shafts, the most I might do is try to get a hold of some more handles so that I can put the shafts into the handles and have the complete tool ready to go on like a, you know, almost like a gun rack that would just hold these guys, because they're heavy. I don't know how much this actually weighs, but you know, it's probably the weight of a small child, and I could not be more satisfied currently. I can't wait to get it on wood, and I'm hoping I don't just like plow right through the wood because of what I'm used to on the other chisel. So thanks guys, that's all. You can follow me on Instagram at Curse to Toil, same as my YouTube page. Yeah, I'm not at a loss for words, but I feel like I should be. So if I were anybody else, I probably would be. All right, good night guys.